Sup you guys, ASD Classified here, and today I'm gonna make a video talking about the things I hate about Dino Charge. Now, let me say this, Dino Charge overall is a good season. It is, and I appreciate it for actually being a good season, because we all know about the last 4 years. We all know we've been through it. So Dino Charge, good season, right, overall. However, there are things in this season that keep it from being a great season. In Dino Charge, honestly, it should have been a great season, but you know, it has these things that just want to smack some of the greatness out of it. So I'm making this video and I'm going to talk about it, alright? Let's get into it. So, okay, one of the things that's at the top of the list for me is that there is no explanation for where their Zords come from. Not one explanation about their Zords. Where did they come from? Who made them? What made them? No explanation. I hate this. I hate when any Power Ranger season does this. Hey Ninja Storm, how are you today? I hate when seasons don't explain where the Zords came from. It just irks me, man. So yeah, before Dino Charge even aired, I just assumed that the Zords were the dinosaurs that Keeper gave the Inner Gems to, 65 million years ago. I just assumed that those dinosaurs were gonna be turned into the Zords due to the power of the Inner Gems, But episode 1 aired and just threw that out the window, because the Rangers tend to find their Inner Gems in the fossils of the dinosaurs that Keeper gave the Inner Gems to. So those dinosaurs died when the asteroids hit the Earth. So yes, the Rangers, they find the Inner Gems out of the dinosaurs' dead bodies. So it can't be them, right? Not explaining where the Zords come from, it's just not acceptable to me. I just don't understand. This is important. It is important to your story. Where do your giant mechanized robots come from? I feel like that is an important thing to talk about. I mean, one explanation could be that the Zords are the spirits of those dead dinosaurs, and I would buy that, whatever. I'm not looking for anything too deep. I'm just saying, just explain the shit. I don't understand why you don't. And some people will probably say, well, maybe they'll explain it in Dino Super Charge, and to those people, you're adorable. They're not going to explain this in Dino Super Charge. Like, I feel very confident in saying they will not explain where the Zords come from in Dino Super Charge. So, moving on to the second thing I hate about Dino Charge, and I've bitched about this quite a few times in my review videos. So, I hate that the villains were trapped in their own ship for 65 million years. I hate this because it makes no sense. How do you end up trapped in a ship for 65 million years? Let's go over what happened. Keeper put a bomb on Sledge's ship. The bomb went off. The ship went flying out of control in space. That's all that happened. The ship just went flying out of control. Why couldn't anybody leave this ship for 65 million years? Sledge has a bunch of escape pods. He uses these escape pods to send his minions to Earth in almost every episode. You could not have utilized these escape pods to escape your blown up ship? Really? Really? And the villains can't teleport? And that's another thing that irks me, because pretty much every villain in Power Rangers can teleport. Pretty much. But Dino Charge tries to make it seem like none of these villains can teleport. Except that, the grunts can teleport. How can the grunts teleport, but the big main baddies and monsters of the day, they can't? Oh, except for that one episode where they left the Sentai footage running too long and Posandra teleported. So, the villains, I'm assuming, can teleport, but how? It's just so dumb. And I feel like there could have been a simple fix to this. Like, maybe Keeper's bomb blew them into like a interdimensional portal. Weirder things have happened in Power Rangers. So the bomb goes off and Sledge and the gang end up in another dimension. And it took them 65 million years to get out of that dimension, Maybe they were blown into the Lost Galaxy, right? And they were trapped in the Lost Galaxy for 65 million years until the Galaxy Rangers opened up the portal again, and they went through it after Terra Venture did, and it took them how many years have happened since 1999 to get back to Earth. I don't know. It's just, that would work for me a hell of a lot better than what actually happened, where Sledge's ship was just floating through space for 65 million years until a random ass comet flies by it, and they used this comet to go all the way back to Earth. So how does a comet somehow equal you guys being able to leave your ship? Because, so the comet brings you back to Earth, and that means now we can leave our ship, whereas before you couldn't leave your ship. I don't understand. Third thing I hate about Dino Charge, I hate that they have not explained how Keeper and Miss Morgan met, or how Miss Morgan is so damn smart and so intelligent that she can create Ranger technology. You know, I feel like this is something that is very, very important for the audience to know. And this, you know, this is definitely something that I believe they will explain in Dino Super Charge. However, I don't think that they should have waited that long. I feel like this is definitely something that could have been explained right here in regular old Dino Charge. I don't understand why we have to wait until Dino Super Charge to know this. You can't tell me they didn't have enough time to do this. They certainly did. You know, I want to know this now. I don't understand how you go 20 episodes not explaining how the 65 million year old alien met up with Kendall to help him find the inner gems. I feel like this is very, very important. But then we go into another issue with Keeper. Pretty much how Keeper has barely been around in this season. And a lot of Power Ranger fans are annoyed by this. I, on the other hand, have not really been bothered by the lack of Keeper in Dino Charge. Only because when Keeper does show up, he tends to dish out some knowledge and advice and actually helps move the plot along. So, you know, when Keeper shows up, he actually does shit. So that's why I haven't really been bothered that he's been around probably like 5 times this whole season. But I get why other Power Ranger fans are annoyed by this. And some Power Ranger fans have gone as far to say that Keeper is not even a character. And I can kind of agree with that. I see what they mean, because, you know, it would have been nice to have Keeper around so that we learn more about him, learn more about, hey, how did you become the Keeper or guardian of the inner gems? Like, what are your people like? What planet are you from? Like, how do you feel that you're pretty much responsible for the death of the dinosaurs? You know, these are things that we could have learned if he was around more. Or we could have seen Keeper bond more with the Power Rangers, you know, those teenagers and 18-year-olds that he's using to fight his war. You know, why is he not around more to help them out? You know, it would have been nice to see him around more. I'm not necessarily tripping about that. I just hate the fact that we don't know how Keeper and Miss Morgan met in the first place. I feel like that would have been important for this season. It shouldn't have been saved for Dino Super Charge, if they'll do it. I'm 90% sure they'll explain that, but you never know with Power Rangers these days. Fourth thing I hate about Dino Charge, I hate that Sir Ivan was not more furious with Fury for, you know, imprisoning him for 800 years. I feel like Sir Ivan and Fury should definitely have a little rivalry going on, but they don't. Not really. Like, there was one episode after Sir Ivan was free and he was a Power Ranger that Sir Ivan and Fury fought. One episode, and oh, there you are, you foul creature, let's duel! That was pretty much it. Like, I feel like Ivan should have been cussing Fury out that entire time. Why is he not more angry about this? He was trapped inside of a monster's body for 800 years. 800 years. He missed out on so much. Like, all of his loved ones are dead. He missed out on all that time he had with them. They're dead. They died without him being there. Like, you know, he should be very angry. He should be pissed that he's now in this new world where he doesn't know that many people, and we just don't see it from Ivan. And I feel like that is a pretty big flaw in storytelling. Like, how is your character just this happy? And, you know, I don't have any issue with him being friends with the other Rangers and trying to move on with his life, but I feel like any normal person would still be angry at what happened with them. And every time you see the person who did it, you would want to kill them. You would have this uncontrollable rage when it came to them. So I don't understand why Sir Ivan doesn't, you know, showcase any of this rage and stuff. He just treats Fury like Fury is a normal monster when he's anything but. I don't know. It's very lost potential in Dino Charge. That it could have been really cool to see a rivalry between the Gold Ranger and Fury, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get that because Ivan doesn't seem to be that angry about what happened to him. So, okay. So the fifth thing that I hate about Dino Charge, and I've mentioned this before in another video, I hate that the Rangers haven't really been challenged enough by their villains. I mean, and I said this comment before, that Sledge is consistently sending down pudgy pig-like monsters to fight the Rangers, and he doesn't call on the powers of Mutitus and Lokar to really fuck up the Rangers. That's my thing. Like, Sledge has not challenged the Rangers enough. Now, back in my day, you know, when Power Rangers used to have multi-parters and two-parters, when I was younger, when I saw that Power Rangers was going to have like multi-parters, I used to get really hyped because multi-parters mean that the villains are about to up their game. Like, the Rangers are about to be struggling for a bit. Like, the Rangers are going to lose for a bit until they're able to turn it around. So I used to live for multi-parters and Power Rangers. Power Rangers doesn't really get multi-parters as much anymore. And it seems that the lack of them kind of means that the villains don't really up their game that much. I just don't know what it is. I just don't understand. It's just, you know, Dino Charge was full of regular old monster of the days. Like, for 20 episodes, it was just full of, oh, okay, this monster with this crazy ass power, and the Rangers beat him, and then they move on with their lives. And, you know, they don't struggle as much, and, you know, it is kind of boring in that aspect. This is something that I hope that Dino Super Charge, you know, corrects. I hope that in that season, the Rangers will be challenged more. They'll be brought to the brink, and then, you know, then they gain their super powerful ultra weapon to defeat the monsters. But first, I need to see my Rangers struggle a little bit. That's all I'm saying. And with Sledge, they didn't really struggle that much until, I don't know, maybe the finale. But still, the finale was one episode and they overcame. So, yeah. So that's it. Pretty much it's just 5 things I hate about Dino Charge. I mean, there's a couple of other things I could mention. Like, I don't like the fact that the Rangers always bring their Energems with them when they could just take their Dino Charges to morph. They're just endangering the Energems for no reason. And I also could just talk about the fact that the dialogue could be wittier, you know, but really, for the most part, Dino Charge was a solid season. I would give it a 3 out of 5. It's a good season. I just hope that Dino Super Charge will be the improvement that I want it to be. You know, that we fix up this dialogue, we get wittier, that the Rangers face more dangerous threats. You know, Sir Ivan remembers what Fury did to him. I just need Dino Charge to up his game and start telling stories more, and that's all. But yeah, as it is, Dino Charge is a good season. Don't misunderstand just because I hate certain aspects of it. So yeah, if you're watching this video and there's certain things about Dino Charge that you don't like or you just hate, let me know in the comment if you would be so kind. Alright, I'm done with this video. Later guys. I'm out the...